Welcome to the doghouse. Welcome to the doghouse. Hope you're all having a great day. I'm starting out my morning good. About ready to go have me some coffee at the truck stop. This is going to be about YouTube, the good and the bad. And no, I love YouTube. I like being on YouTube. It's a good platform. This is just my opinion on putting stuff out for a little over a year now. I've been on here longer, but I've never put anything out until then. So this is just a critique, not a bashing on YouTube at all. These are just things that I've seen and observed. Some are good, some are bad. Some of the things I've seen on here is like, in my opinion, they use AI too much. In other words, they use certain words to give you a strike or whatever. And the AI is the one that picks that up. And a lot of times, if you complain about that, they will use the AI again and it's going to get the same result. They do not have enough people, real people, running it. They only have a few, and the AI just is not good in that way. They need more people to look at really what's going on than what is not. Relying upon AI is good in one way, but is bad in a lot of other ways because human interaction will beat AI anytime. Yes, you can't have everybody human on here as big as it is, but when people complain about something, a real person should always be looking at what is going on and not AI. So you can do both if you figure out a combination thereof as far as the operators of this system. Once again, I'm not complaining about YouTube because I am on here. I'm just giving examples of what could be better and what's not. And that is one good example of what takes place. Another thing, and I wish they would do this, is you get people, and it hasn't happened to me, but you get people on here, all they want to do is copyright strike you and complain, do complaints about you and all this. And a lot of times, YouTube says you're guilty until you're proven innocent. And that should not be the case. And when you got certain people that come on here and complain, do strikes, and all that on a constant basis, you know they're there, and you still say the other person's always guilty and have to prove their innocence. How about if you just take a minute and look at who's doing strikes against people and who's doing the copyrights and how many times you go in there and look and the person has did it falsely. This is a problem because YouTube should not be telling people they're guilty until they're proven innocent. In my opinion, when you get these people, that's all they want to do is copyright strikes and all that. And there's legitimate reasons to go out there and do this, but when you're doing it on a constant basis for no reason at all, maybe the problem is the person complaining, not the person that actually did it. In other words, YouTube needs to curtail them doing this on a constant basis, putting false copyright strikes out against people and several other things they do. There's no reason that they could not telemarketers. There's no reason they couldn't do this. One way to curb it, in my opinion, would be if you have so many copyright strikes or other things that you can complain for, after you do so many and it's not held up, you start finding them or somehow putting a strike against them. And what I mean by that, shut up! And my dog's barking at other dogs. So I'll be right back. Knock it off. Sorry about that. That little terrier thinks he's 10 feet tall. But no, if they keep doing that and keep doing that, I know YouTube won't listen to this, but they should go in and say these guys are just frivolously filing copyright strikes and other things. And you can give them a warning and say, we're going to put a mark on your channel saying you are one out there doing a lot of copyright strikes, that falsely you have did so many copyright strikes and was found out not to be legitimate. And you can put a check mark, it can be blue or red or whatever on there. And when you file so many false copyright strikes, then you're going to go down for even 2 weeks. Then it's going to cost you $100 to put your channel back up. Something like this. I mean, it could vary. It don't have to be exactly that. But then you're looking at improving the site, not going the other way, because people have come up, can do false copyright strikes against a person. And I hear it and see it all the time. And the only way to stop it is quit thinking the guy is guilty they're doing that with, and when they, prove him guilty, not guilty, then he has to prove his innocence. But when you look at that stuff, you come up with this guy or woman, it don't matter, filing all these frivolous copyrights or whatever they're filing against them. You start checking them and let people know that these people are actually just out there frivolously throwing away or trying to get other people, I should say, in trouble. And you can prevent that. YouTube can prevent that. Some of the good stuff YouTube does is it gives a good platform of good entertainment. Good people are on here. And like I say, I'm not criticizing YouTube. I'm just saying what I've observed in putting stuff out in a little over a year. So don't get me wrong. Nobody says I hate YouTube, because I don't. I'm on here more than I'm on the other sites by far. This is the only one I'm even interested in as a whole. I will go to the others and put stuff on it, which is okay, and that's just the way it is. I love YouTube. I really do. I'm here this is not a criticism. This is what I see can improve and what is good. I've met a lot of really good people on here. Some other things, though, you sit here and think about, and it's not bad, because remember, this is a private site. They can do what they want. You just have to follow what they want you to do. But one thing they do that they kind of curb a lot of things that other channels don't. They really need to look at loosening up on a few things here and there to make their channel better. They have a problem they don't want to at times, but you go to some of these other sites like Rumble and all them, you actually have more freedom of speech on a lot of things than you do on here. I think YouTube sometimes is too afraid of getting offended that they don't want good things out or other things out, and it don't hurt the other channels doing it. This is something YouTube should look at, maybe changing their rules a little bit, because I've seen people criticize and get strikes and all that against them. I've seen people, because they make more money on here, do the exact same thing and they won't touch them. This is something they have to look at, I think, and make it better and make it more friendly. It's friendly, but it can expand being more friendly than what it is. Remember, I'm on here and I like YouTube. Otherwise, we wouldn't be on here. Other things that go on, and I've noticed, okay, I'm mostly into shorts. I don't do a lot. Most of my stuff are shorts, so this don't apply in a lot of ways. But since I've been monetized, and I'm not going to make no money, it'd take me a year to make the money, okay? Because I'm mostly into shorts. But just looking at it, I see where the ad revenue, they cut back after 60 days, or it seems like, or 30 days, excuse me. So if you had money built up, they take that away because it wasn't within 30 days. That's kind of not right. That means that ad revenue is for them, not you. That's something they should look into. It's not going to affect me because of how I'm on here. I'm not on here to make money, really. I'm on here just to have some fun and enjoy myself. And that is a good part of YouTube. I can do that. But I hope YouTube improves. And they need to improve. They need to get better. Because when they start getting better and realize things go on, they can improve, their site will even be a better site. You always have to improve, even in life, on whatever you do. So when you see something wrong, it needs corrected, not to keep going after what is wrong and trying to justify what is wrong. You need to correct the problem. And a lot of times, the problem is management. It's just the way it is in any business. But if you just take a general look, if YouTube would just take a general look at their overall picture and not go in at looking at it one way, but looking at it in all ways and shape and form, and they can make a better decision. They're just like us. I mean, let's face it. We get in a trap and we don't want to get out of it regardless. But when you look at it, it probably shouldn't be done. Because YouTube can improve a lot as we can improve. And like I said, these are things I'm just have observed and I've seen, and it's not a complaint at all. It's just what is out there. But YouTube can step it up. People don't need to be ignorant and rude on here. And that's another thing. It seems that the bullying, certain people can get away with bullying because of the money they get off of them. Somebody else tries that way down and don't make any money like me off of here. And no, it don't apply to me because I don't do it anyway. But they'll go after them at the lower end because the money revenues from the top end, they have a tendency to ignore it when they do it. But the lower people cannot do it. This is something also that needs to be looked at overall. We do have freedom of speech, and this channel has the right to curb that because it is their channel. But I think they just need to look at overall what is good, what is bad. Don't change something that is good, but improve on the other things, aspects of it to make it better. And that's what I'm getting at, is this site can be better, even though it's a good site. And like I said, majority of my time I'm on here if I'm on anything. So I'm not complaining it's bad, I'm complaining it could be better. I always tell people go to YouTube and look at things on YouTube. Yeah, I know people complain about certain things, and justifiably so, because they're afraid to, some people might be offended by something and they're afraid to let it go. But I think they need to review themselves on what they're doing and how they're doing it, and having a non-biased opinion on it. Just look at it. Matter of fact, they should get people on here, not me, but people on here that's been on here for some time, that make a lot and don't make a lot, and get opinions on them that's been on here for a while. What's working, what's not, what needs improved. And this is something that would work and probably should because it's time to improve. And the good of this channel is really good. Some of the other stuff that are bad is really bad. And I'm telling you right now, AI, even though it's the future, you still need real people looking at real situations. I don't care if you're at the bottom of the totem pole on here or clear to the top. Everybody should have the right to talk to a human being and not a computer or an AI system. That's just my opinion. But that's what I mean. If they get with people from top to bottom, they could improve this site and they can make it better. They could get rid of things that don't really apply, and they could add things that do apply. Because going forward, you always need to improve. I don't even care if it's on here or your own life. And it's time that things improve better. And like I said, I'm not criticizing YouTube. I'm just saying things could be better, and an improvement would be better. And the only way they can do that is if they went to the people and see what they felt was right and wrong, and what they can improve and what they don't need to improve. All that, and take it into consideration, not by AI, but by real people looking at the situation. And I do encourage more people to watch YouTube, by the way, because overall they do a good job, but everybody can be improved, and that's what needs to be done. Thanks for listening.